and welcome to my channel. My name is Venetia Alexander Marshall and welcome. If you are new here, hi, how are you? Don't forget, hit the subscribe button at the bottom and make sure you're clicking the notification bell so every time I'm uploading a new video, you are notified. We're gonna play with some more makeup. Yes, we are. I have a ton of makeup I need to be trying out, testing out, and bringing for you guys. So I'm going to try my best to try and clock them out as much as I possibly can. My schedule has just been a lot busier lately. So yes, I am going to go ahead and we're going to play with some makeup. We have a few new things that I've had for quite a while that I'm finally going to bring for you guys. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and we're going to bring this makeup look. So let's come on. Let's go ahead and let's play with some makeup. We got a little bit of drugstore, a little high end. I think it's a little bit even. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Like I said, a little drugstore, a little high end. So come on, let's go ahead and get started and let's go ahead and let's play with some makeup. As always, I do have my handy dandy mirror with me. First, let's go with primer. Now, primer, it's not really new for me. I tested this primer out back when it first came out years ago. You either really liked the primer or you really didn't. I didn't particularly care for it, but they came out with other versions of the primer and I like those other versions better than this version. So I got this version again. I believe I got it in my Ipsy. So I'm trying it out again. So this is the original soft matte primer from Fenty Beauty. Remember when the Fenty products came out back in 2017? I did pick this up a long time ago. Picked it up a long time ago. Didn't particularly care for it too much, but I like the matte version and the hydrating formulas better. I ran out completely of the matte formula. I have a little bit of the hydrating formula left, so I decided to pick this back up. I've been wearing it a couple of times to see if my mind had changed from the first time I wore it, and to be honest with you, hadn't really changed that much. It's still kind of lotiony. It is still kind of lotiony, but I can say now, trying it again all these years later, I'm okay with it. It still has that original scent, which is like, it's a barely there scent. It's not an overpowering scent. Didn't irritate my skin because I don't believe it irritated my skin the first time I wore it all those years ago. I don't remember it being so runny like it was the first time, but it is still a little lotiony from the last time. Still a little lotiony, but I mean, it'll do. And I'm gonna say it's gonna do because again, I ran out of the matte version of the Fenty Beauty primer. I ran completely out, so I'm just gonna use this for the time being because I did get it in my Ipsy. So yeah, it's okay from the last time. Next is foundation. Now foundation, it's not really new. I tried this foundation out a couple of years ago. Was it a couple of years ago? Was it 3 years ago? I tried the foundation out. Loved the finish of the foundation. The shade was a little too light. So I said, if I'm gonna try this foundation again, I'm gonna go down a shade. That's what I did. I bought a new foundation with one shade lower, and so far it seems to be working out better. Again, the finish, I didn't have a problem with the finish at all when I tried it out a few years ago. And when I've been wearing it again, still love the finish. It is an awesome finish. It is drugstore. This is drugstore. So this is from Flower Beauty. This is the Flower Beauty Light Illuminating Foundation. Again, I tried this out a few years ago. Again, I wasn't disappointed with the finish. I just had, the shade was a little bit too light. Had me a little casket sharp. I did the review initially for this foundation on my other channel that I've since left alone, and I moved to this channel. So it was a few years ago when I did the review for this foundation. Again, the foundation, the finish is really, really good. Again, I just had a light shade, but the finish was great. So I tried it again. I'm still not disappointed with the finish at all. And this time, this is a much better shade match. It's a little, it's not warm. It's more cool. It's more of a cool tone shade that I have. I don't know which shade number I have. I don't remember the shade number that I got. I think this is 530 is what I got. I've had this foundation for so long. I just never tried it out up until recently when I started decluttering some of my makeup and realizing, oh, I got this brand new foundation. I've worn it but never wore this shade to make sure it was right, and it is a great shade for me. Yeah, it's a little cool tone. It's illuminating foundation, so it's hydrating, very skin loving for my dry skin. But I wasn't disappointed with the, like I said, I wasn't disappointed with the finish when I wore it the first time a few years ago, and I'm still not disappointed with the finish. The finish is very, very good. It does last throughout the day. It is hydrating, but it doesn't give that greasy feeling. Yeah, this is a little cool tone, but it worked and I liked it. So you can see it gives you some luminosity there, but I do like the foundation. And like I said, when I first tried it out a few years ago, that's what I liked about it. It was an awesome finish, a little illuminating, but it did not leave my skin greasy. I like that. I could see myself wearing this foundation. This is more of a like a light to medium coverage foundation. If I remember from the last time, yeah, it's a little bit more warm tone, really. Yeah, it's a little, like when I don't have like this ring light like I have right now, it looks a little cool tone, but now that I'm wearing it and the light is like really showing it, it's looking a little warm. It's like a warm with a golden undertone is what it's looking like, which is why it's not that bad of a match for me. Definitely can get away with the shade, but you will definitely enjoy the finish of that foundation. I believe they've since come out with another foundation, I think. And just like before, I did get this from Ulta. And I believe this is $10. I believe it's $10. So next is concealer. Concealer is not new. I got this concealer when I got the foundation initially. So yeah, I know it's old. Don't hate me for it. Don't get mad or anything like that. This is again the concealer from Flower Beauty. I know they came out with another concealer since then, but this is a little bright, but it does balance me out a little bit, gives me a little bit of brightness. So I do like the concealer. I started wearing the concealer again when I started wearing the foundation again, and it is definitely not a bad concealer. It's a creamy concealer. As you can see, it is light. So I use it for brightening, and it kind of balances the dark of the foundation shade that I have. But I like the concealer. I'm just letting you know, I like the concealer. I have nothing wrong. I have nothing bad to say about the concealer because I have already tested this concealer out before. So this is not a new concealer. So if you want some memory of the concealer, here's how it is blending out. It has been blending out beautifully. Yes, it is bright, but I need a little brightening right now. And it did work throughout the day. So I really, from what I remember the last time, I'm still not disappointed with this concealer. So here's what we're looking like with the foundation and concealer. Not bad at all. It's really not bad. I don't have any new setting powders, so I am going to set my face with the black Opal setting powder in neutral light. And for my second setting powder, I am going in with the medium deep shade from Believe Beauty, so I am going to go in with both of these. All right, next is bronzer. I never thought in a million years I would get anything from this brand. I shocked myself when I got this, and I showed you this product when I did my vlog, when I showed you my haul that I did from the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale, and I picked this product up from the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale. I'm still shocked that I even have this product, because I said I ain't get nothing from this brand. So the bronzer I have, it is from Jaclyn Cosmetics. So yeah, I picked up some Jaclyn Cosmetics. This is from Jaclyn Cosmetics. This is her bronzer. This is the shade, what is the shade? Buns Out. Y'all know I'm blind. This is the shade. I think that's what it says. You know I'm blind as bad. I don't have my glasses on right now. So yeah, that's the shade. I wore this bronzer. Can I tell y'all? I was impressed with this bronzer. It is a little, I will say this about the bronzer, it's a little red. So here's what it looks like. It's just a little red. It's a little red. But it ain't terrible where I can't do anything with it. You know, it's not bad. It's really, really not bad. So I tried it, I wore it, and I was shocked. Got a little bit of pigment to it. It does. So I was a little shocked by this, because I thought, okay, yeah, Jaclyn Hill, whatever. Because when, you know, Lipstick Gate came out all them years ago, I wasn't going to try nothing from her brand. But some people are saying some of her stuff, the other stuff that she's come out with, isn't bad. So I tried this out. Ooh, I did too much. I can tell. This is pigmented. I really like this bronzer. I like it. I can't believe I'm saying this. I really like this bronzer from Jaclyn Cosmetics. I really like it. Like I said, it's a little red. But see, it also offset the brightness that I had going on with the concealer. It did do that. Okay. Oh, okay. Like I said, I had my reasons for not trying it out. I am fairly impressed with this bronzer from Jaclyn Cosmetics. I am very, very impressed with this bronzer. I am. It is very, very pigmented. Lasts a long time. Didn't fade or anything like that. But the pigment, you carry yourself a little punch with this pigment, girl. I mean, you really carrying a little punch with this pigment. I am not disappointed with this bronzer. I'm really not disappointed with this. So I'm very, very impressed with the bronzer. All right, next is blush. I'm trying a blush palette. It's a face palette. So I'm trying this out. I've already worn it a couple of times before, and I have some thoughts. So usually with his products, I'm not all that disappointed with it. It's a certain thing. It's another thing I have from him. I need to retry again, and I'm on the fence with. I've been on the fence with it for a long time. I keep staring at it, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. So this is from Artist Couture. This is the Artist Couture Love Sprung Face Palette. I have been wearing this. If you're not familiar with this face palette, it does come, I believe this is the dark version, the dark shades. So it comes with a blush, and it has like a highlight and a bronzer, I believe. I think these are supposed to be blushes, and in the middle it's like highlight. I have not worn the highlight, but I have been wearing this blush. Let me show y'all this blush. Let me show y'all this blush. Watch. Just a few taps. Look, pigment already. I put this blush on. Y'all, look at the color. Look at this color. I was shocked by this color. I'm just doing 2 taps and putting it on this cheek, and it's already too much. I am thoroughly impressed with the blush. I really am. Now these 2 shades I have not worn yet, but if it's anything like that, like the blush, I know I won't be disappointed with it at all. I'm telling you, I wore this yesterday. Clown face. I literally went to ham with this blush because I was literally clown face. I wore it again before yesterday. I wore it, I want to say last week, y'all. And I know this blush palette has been out for quite some time, but if you haven't tried this Love Sprung palette, you're missing out. I really thought that I wasn't gonna like this palette. I love the palette. I really do love the palette. Next is eyeshadow. Okay, I've had this eyeshadow palette for quite a long time. I picked it up from Ulta, and right before after I picked it up from Ulta, then all the drama with this brand started happening. A whole bunch of drama. So I kind of just pushed it to the side, was just trying out other products. Well, now I decided to finally whip it out and try it out. And can I tell you, y'all finna see what I'm talking about. So the eyeshadow palette I'm talking about, this is the 9P Petal Passion eyeshadow palette from Morphe. I been had this palette. I had this palette for quite some time. But again, a lot of stuff was happening with Morphe, and I didn't try it out. But I did try the cream blush that's part of this collection, and the cream blush it's pretty good. So this is what the palette looks like if you're not familiar with it. I did pick this palette up from Ulta, so they did sell it in stores. I'm not sure if they are still selling it in stores. You'll have to check your local Ulta or try their website. I don't know yet. But the shade I have been wearing quite a bit has been this shade at the bottom. I've been wearing this shade, and I've also worn this shade, and I'm probably going to go with these 2 shades. Y'all getting ready to see. So on my crease, I am going to go in with this shade right here. I am going to put this in my crease. You don't have to do too much. Look at the pigment. Now watch. Look at the color that it gives. Look at this. Not ashy at all. Gives great color. A very good color payoff. Kind of reminded me of that On the Rose eyeshadow palette from ColourPop. It's kind of reminding me of that. But I wore this shade yesterday, and look at that. Can I tell you, this is a very good, very springy eyeshadow palette. I know we're in the summer right now. This is a very good, very springy eyeshadow palette. Ooh, I went ham. I went more ham on this eye than this eye, so I need to balance it out. So that goes to show you how pigmented this eyeshadow palette really, really is. So I'm just gonna balance it out. I'm telling you, you cannot go wrong with this shade. You really can't go wrong with the shade. On my lid, I am going to go in with this shimmer right here, so I'm going to put that on my lid. Look at that. Look at that shimmer. Beautiful. Effortless, buttery, pigmented. Look at that. Do you like that? I like this eyeshadow palette. It's an awesome eyeshadow palette. I don't have a new setting spray, so I am going to go in with my Matte Fix setting spray from Makeup Revolution, so I'm going to go in with that. All right, next is mascara. Mascara is kind of new. Okay, so the mascara, I'm trying it out. Well, I've already worn it once before. I have thoughts on it. So this is the waterproof version of the Better Than Sex mascara from Toothpaste. I don't want to say toothpaste. So here's my issue. Number one, I'm not into waterproof mascaras. I'm just not into waterproof mascaras at all. It has the same type of brush. Has the same type of brush. I'm gonna let y'all see. And now it wants to give me lashes. This is the eye with mascara. This is the eye without mascara. Not too big of a fan of the waterproof version. Feels like my lashes are a little heavy. And it's not really giving me a whole bunch of lift like the original version of the Better Than Sex mascara. That one does give me lift. This one isn't really giving me a bunch of lift. My lashes just feel heavy. It really does feel heavy. I didn't like how my mascara was coming out yesterday. So I'm trying it again. I don't know. My lashes just feel, for some reason, they just feel heavy. But it's giving me somewhat of lift. It's giving me some lift. Now, I wore this yesterday. It gave me no lift at all. Like, no lift. Now it wants to give me lift, and now my lashes feel like I have weights on them. So I'm not really caring for this waterproof version of the Better Than Sex mascara from Too Faced. I'm not really caring for it. It feels different from the other Better Than Sex mascara. I like that one better than this one. I'm just simply not a fan of this. And like I said, I'm not a fan of waterproof mascaras. I'm just not a fan of that. Now next is lip product. I have lip glosses. So I was sad when they discontinued one of the lip glosses that they had for a long time, because I had it and I loved it. But they changed the formula, and a lot of people, since they changed the formula, a lot of people haven't liked the new formula. So I wanted to give it a try. So this is from Essence. This is the Essence. This is their Shine Lip Gloss. This is supposed to be just like the other one. Here it is. I also got it in the clear as well, so I did get both. I got both of them from Ulta. I believe they're like $2.99. I believe $2.99 or something like that. So I wore this one. So I didn't wear a lipstick to top it with that lip gloss. So I just wore this one. Now, the color, I really do like the color. I was actually a little shocked by the pigment. Here's the doe foot applicator. It's not really the same as the first one. I was impressed by the amount of pigment that it gives. So here's what that shade looks like on me. I was very impressed by the pigment that this gloss gave. It's not the original formula. I like the original formula better. It was glossier. I understand why a lot of people don't like this formula of the lip gloss. It's bearable for me. It's fine. It's not like the other one. Now, would that keep me from not wearing it? No, I would definitely wear this. Would I get another one? I don't know. I would have to continue to wear this. Again, I never haven't worn the clear yet, but both of these will go into my everyday stack. Because again, it's not the same formula as the original, but it's not going to stop me from not wearing it. It's really not going to stop me from wearing it. Now, this mascara from Too Faced, this waterproof Better Than Sex mascara, this will be a makeup no-no for me. My lashes just feel heavy, feel like I have weight on it, and I don't feel that way when I'm wearing the original version of the Better Than Sex mascara. I'm just not into how my lashes feel, and I'm not into waterproof mascara. So this is a makeup no-no for me. The eyeshadow palette from Morphe, the 9B Petal Passion eyeshadow palette. I really, 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 really like this eyeshadow palette. I really like it. Look at the pigment. Look, look. Pigment. Nothing but pigment. This is definitely going into my everyday stack. the face palette from Artist Couture, the Love Sprung face palette. Again, I am enjoying this eyeshadow palette. This face palette is very, very pigmented. I am very, very, very impressed with the blush. It's very pigmented, so I can only imagine what these two are going to bring me, which is probably nothing but pigment. So this face palette from Artist Couture is definitely going into my everyday stack. Can I tell y'all how shocked I am about this bronzer from Jaclyn Cosmetics? I am shocked beyond my core with this bronzer. I'm shocked. I did not think I was going to like it, and I really do like it. So I'm definitely going to put this bronzer into my everyday stack. And if you have not picked up the foundation or the concealer from Flower Beauty, check the website out. Check out flowerbeauty.com or check out Ulta, because I did get both of these from Ulta and it's been a while. Again, this is just a newer shade. I've worn this foundation before. It was just a lighter shade. It was just too light for me. But the finish on this foundation, it's really, really good. You definitely won't be disappointed with the foundation or the concealer. And again, I do know that they've recently come out with new concealers from Flower Beauty. So I am definitely going to be trying out the new concealer from Flower Beauty. If you want to see a review on that, please leave a comment and I'll definitely do a review on that concealer. So yeah, these, you know, this is everyday. This has been in my everyday stack for a while. This is definitely going into my everyday stack. So that is it with this makeup review. Played with a little makeup, again, a little high-end, little drugstore. We just had a little bit of everything going on. Just one thing that was just a makeup no-no for me. Everything else going into my everyday stack. So yes, I am going to bring you another makeup review that I'm going to be testing out more makeup. And I got some new products from e.l.f. So I am going to be bringing you guys an e.l.f. makeup review. They've come out with so much stuff. I can't keep up with e.l.f. I really can't keep up with e.l.f. e.l.f. is one of my favorite drugstore brands. It's not really going to top Maybelline, because Maybelline been around forever. And I've been wearing Maybelline for a long time. But e.l.f. has just become that it girl of a drugstore brand, and they are becoming the brand of dupes. They've come out with a lot of dupes, So stay tuned for that makeup review of all e.l.f. So with that being said, this is Venetia Alexander Marshall. Hope you have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.